Tell me why I'm falling. Oh.
This is another great project, and I'm excited to sit down and do this update with you guys. This is Project 10 Uses Roulette Style Update 6.
Oh, life's calling, but it's all because I'm falling.
If you're interested in trying to find a way to pick out products from your makeup collection by doing it randomly or just a fun way to do it differently, then just make sure to keep on watching. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe. I put out new videos 2 to 3 times a week, so you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Also, be sure to check the down bar for all my other links to all my other social media platforms. Did okay on this update. I have 3 products that I use 10 times. Let's just go ahead and get into the video. Has really been a great way and really kind of helping me randomly select and use different products from my makeup collection that I normally wouldn't, and just kind of get a feel for things and possibly rediscover old favorites or just use products that I hadn't even used in a while. This is where you pick 10 products from your makeup collection randomly to then use 10 times. After you have used it 10 times, you then roll that product out and then you randomly select a new product. I have been doing this since December 20th of 2019, and I'm probably just going to continue to do this until the end of this year or potentially longer. I really have been enjoying the project. Out of the 10 products that were in for this round, I have hit 3 more goals and used 3 out of the 10 items 10 times. Let's just go ahead and get into the progress, and I will first share with you guys the 3 products that I did use 10 times, followed by the 7 products that are going to stay in and how many times I've used those products. Let's go ahead and start with the product that's been in the longest, and that is number 271, which was my AOA Perfect Setting Powder. I officially used this 10 times finally. I'm just not a big powder person, especially in the summer months. I tend to skip it altogether in the summer. The only time that I usually wear powder is a pressed powder to set my concealer. It took me quite a while to get 10 uses out of this, but I finally did, and I used it exactly 10 times, so this will be getting rolled out. The next number was number 358, and that was my Huda Beauty Medium Tantour, and I used this exactly 10 times as well. This is more of my summer shade, which it is summertime, so fortunately I was able to get the 10 uses out of it. It's the shade medium. It's a bit darker. I also have the light shade too, and it looks more darker and intimidating than what it really is. Once you apply this on your cheeks to give you the contour, it really does blend out beautifully, and it shears out quite a bit, and it's not as dark as it appears to be. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love cream contour. I love Huda Beauty's products as a whole, so I really do get enjoyment out of both this and the light shade. The last number that I ended up using 10 times was number 188, and that was my Catrice Shape in a Box in the light shade. As you guys know, I also have the medium shade that I am so close to finishing the middle shade in it, the middle contour shade. To me, it is the most perfect neutral contour shade that I have found, and here it is. This is what it looks like. I just wanted to show you guys so that you could see I am so close to finishing that. Then I also have the light shade, of course, of 2 of everything. Nothing new here. I did manage to use this 10 times. It is definitely a lighter shade than the medium one. I managed to completely finish this even in winter months when I'm more fairer. I definitely didn't have a problem in using this 10 times. I did actually use this 15 times so far. I really do enjoy these little palettes from Catrice. It was no problem at all. So those are my 3 products that I used 10 times. Briefly, let me go ahead and go over the progress of the rest of the products that will be staying in for another round. Starting with one of the products that's been in the longest, which is number 315, which is my Pheora Azul Glitter Shadow. And I have used this 8 times so far. So I have 2 more uses to go. We're still not quite there yet, so I have to keep it in for another update. I definitely won't have a problem in just using it the 2 more times throughout this month to hit that goal of using it 10 times, though it has taken quite a while. I just tend to forget about it and don't reach for it as often as I should have. We got 2 more uses to go on her. The next product was number 333, and that was my Jcat Rockin' the Night Loose Glitter, with only 4 uses on this. I really struggle to use this and reach for this, though I could just base a whole look upon this if I just use a glitter glue of some sort, apply this on my lid, and just basically apply some crease colors. I could really hit my goal of using this the 10 times if I really try to just focus on this a little bit harder. Because I'm only at 4 uses, I'm really going to try to just give this a little more attention throughout this month to potentially try to use it to the 10 times that it needs to be used so that I can finally roll this out and pick something else. The next number was number 315, and that is my L'Oreal Infallible Amber Rush little eyeshadow pot. I am at 8 uses on this as well, so I only need 2 more uses to go to hit this 10 times and be able to pick something else. It is a really great and a beautiful eyeshadow color. I have inserted swatches of this, I believe, on the past 2 updates on this project, so if you want to go see swatches of it, I will link the playlist and the last month's update in the cards for you guys. And it's just a really gorgeous color. It's like a really copper tone type cult favorite type of little eyeshadow pot. I only need 2 more uses to go and I will be able to finally roll this out as well. The next number that's staying in is number 180, and that is my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in the shade 102. I have used this a total of 5 times only so far, so we're halfway there. I need 5 more uses to go on this, and then we'll be able to pick a new number. This is definitely full coverage concealer. It is just a little bit of this is all you need, and it will definitely give you the full coverage that you need. We're gonna keep it in and keep working on it and hopefully get the 5 more uses. The next number, we have 2 more numbers left after this, is number 167, and that is my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. So I have 2 concealers in this round. I have used this 4 times so far. This was rolled in on the last month's update, and it is a really nice concealer. It's definitely very hydrating. It is a nice color match for me, but when I get to be in a little bit darker, it's a little bit too light, but it is a really beautiful, comfortable concealer. I need 6 more uses to go on that. The next number that's staying in is number 353, and that is my e.l.f. little bronzer blush duo in the shade Figi. I have used this 4 times so far. I did have this in another project pan before last year. I think it was called Budget Beauty. It was one of the first projects that I had started, and this was in there. I just haven't reached for it a whole ton, especially because I've been working on other bronzers, like the Becca Klohé Malika face palette is in here, the Huda Beauty cream contour. So this tended to get neglected, but I did use it 4 times. We have 6 more uses to go, and we will be able to roll it out. It is a really nice, affordable, e.l.f. is very affordable. It's a really nice color. Those 2 colors are really beautiful on the skin. We'll just keep working on it. And then the last number that is staying in is number 186, and that is my Becca x Klohé and Malika face palette. And we have 8 uses on this. Literally, again, 2 more uses to go before I hit that goal of 10 times, but it's time for the update, so hey, it is what it is. I have 2 more uses left to go on this, and I will definitely have no problem in using it those 2 more times. I have really been enjoying this. It has the bronzer shade here, and it has 2 blush shades and a really beautiful like golden type of highlight here, so it has everything you need in it, and it is really beautiful. It blends beautifully and it just kind of melts into the skin really nice. I really have been enjoying using this again, so I was glad that it chose it. We have 2 more uses to go, and it definitely won't be a problem in reaching that goal. Let's go ahead and I will randomly select 3 numbers out of 1 to 422, which is where my inventory is at, minus my eyeshadow palettes and my lippies, because I'm not including them in on this project. I have, however, decided to include them in on my rotate your stash, which is now roulette style. So if you want to go check that out, I will also list that in the cards. And it has went up a couple numbers because I had recently won a giveaway with a couple items, and I had got some PR that has been received. So it has went up a couple numbers since last month's update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the numbers, and then I will take you guys with me and we will go pick those products that match those numbers in my inventory. I will go get the products and then come back and show you guys. For whatever reason, it always goes to number 49. I don't know why it does that, but I haven't drawn yet. The first number is number 129, followed by number 217, and then number 385. We have our 3 numbers written down. Now I will go ahead and take you guys with me and show you the inventory so we can pick these products. You can see we are at my lip liner category, and then the number 129, as you can see, is the ColourPop BFF lip liner. What I'm going to do is, since these two right here are already in projects, that's why they're highlighted green, I'm just going to go ahead and go down to the one next to those two, which is the Morphe Backseat Love, and that's number 131. The next number was number 217. So if we go up here to my liquid liners, here is my count. Number 217 is my e.l.f. liquid liner. Number 385 is, if we scroll on down to my blush category, number 385 is my Milani Romantic Rose Blush. I went and I grabbed those 3 products, and I just wanted to make a mention again. If you guys have any suggestions on how I could go about potentially going through and picking my products for this project, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm thinking really the only way that I'm probably going to be able to do it is to use my Tiny Decisions app. I guess hope that it will let me put 400 something entries in it. I don't want to defeat the purpose of this project, which is to help me cycle through and use products that aren't for in other projects or that haven't been used yet, and kind of help me go through the rest of my makeup collection and use everything until I have used everything in my collection as a whole. I hope that makes sense. So it kind of defeats the purpose on when it picks products that are in other projects, like the 2 BFF lip liners, for example. So that's why I went ahead and I picked the Morphe Backseat Love lip liner, which was number 131, instead, to help me to use products that aren't in other projects. So I'm not sure if the Tiny Decision app lets you put that many entries in. I mean, I know it'll be subtracted all of the numbers that I have currently done up until this point, which is 5 other updates of 10 products each. So it'll probably be around the 300 range, but still, I guess I just really have to sit down and commit the time to put 300 something entries in a wheel and see if it will take that many. In the meantime, we just went 2 numbers down that wasn't in a project, and that's the Morphe lip liner, and I already swatched it out for you guys. It is such a beautiful color, and I'm really glad that I ended up choosing this one because I have been using nothing but the Milani Color Statement lip liner and the 2 ColourPop BFF lip liners and the 951, and that's basically it. And I have a lot of lip liners, over 20. I'm really glad that I went ahead and decided to pick this one. It's still very creamy and it still performs very nice. I've had this for almost 2 years now. Still performing quite nice. It's a gorgeous color. I definitely won't have a problem in using this 10 times. The next number was number 217, and that is my e.l.f. Matte Black Liquid Liner. And I'm glad that it chose this as well because I had recently finished 2 of my liquid liners, which was the NYX Epic Ink Liner as well as the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, which were both NYX liners, but I had recently finished both of those that were in projects. And I had recently selected another matte black liner that's in a new project. In the meantime, we have another black matte liquid liner, and this really performs really beautifully, so I'm glad that it chose this. It is very even and it gives me a nice crisp wing if I want to do a wing with it. So I definitely will not have a problem in using this 10 times. And then the last number was number 385, which was my Milani Romantic Rose Blush. You guys, I absolutely love this blush. It is such a beautiful, like, cool tone blush shade. I have gotten a lot of use out of it. I have worn the middle part of that rose down significantly. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous blush shade. It goes nice honestly, with pretty much any type of look that you may do, I will not have a problem whatsoever in hitting 10 uses on this. And I will probably have that goal met by the next update for sure, just because I really love this blush. And that goes along with the other two products as well. I think I'll do rather well this month on this project because the products that are in now are really like favorites of mine, so it shouldn't be a problem in using them at all. Those are my 3 new products, and just a quick recap, the other 7 products, again, staying in, is number 186, which is the Becca x Klohé Malika face palette, number 353, which is the e.l.f. bronzer blush duo in the shade Figi with 4 uses, the Becky Klohé Malika face palette is at 8 uses. Number 315, the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow pot with 8 uses. I noticed number 315 is on here twice. This is 315 as well as the L'Oreal is 315. And the reason that is, which I just now literally caught this myself, is because I transitioned from my inventory that I have on my computer. Prior, it was my inventory just off of my notebook. So my numbers have changed. And this is still a number that was chosen from when I was doing my notebook. That's how long this Pheora has been in the project. Because this was chosen from my inventory on my computer. So these are both number 315, which is crazy. But the Pure Azul is at 8 uses as well. We literally have most of these products with only a couple uses left to go. Number 333, which is my Jcat Rockin' the Night Loose Glitter with 4 uses. Number 167, the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer with 4 uses. And number 180, my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer with 5 uses. All my 10 products for update 6 on project 10 uses roulette style. This has been a really great project. I really do enjoy these types of random roulette style projects. You guys know this. Thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and comment down below. Until my next video, everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Bye.